We don't have time for a long preamble. We have like 3 hours of 2B ads to deal with.
Oh my god. So I had my buddy. People are gonna hear this on the starting screen, but I don't care. I had my buddy in here, and we were both playing it. And he was behind me. He was in that first area that you saw me play, and I went away from it. I came back, and without letting him know, I just unmuted and went, "Oh my god!" And he jumped. It was beautiful. All right. Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I am Subject, and I have Robert, Victor, Wild, Crowley, Hatchet Man. Uh, Man, you have a complicated name.
I
Uh,
do.
Robert,
A complicated man.
you pitched this at me, and I'm always down to watch these. I love these movies. But we are doing a Hatchet double feature. So I actually, hey, Robert, I remember when this came out, I saw this poster, which I think is a terrible poster for this movie. I thought this was an adaptation of the book,
Oh,
and I don't know if you've ever read that book, but there is a
I know.
book. So there is a book for, I think it's like middle schoolers, called Hatchet, and it's about a kid that gets stranded on a like in the wild, and he has to learn to survive with nothing but a hatchet. It's a good book. But I thought that's what this was, and I was like, I don't know if I want to see that as a movie. Like, I like that book, so I never watched this until long after four had come out, and I discovered, oh, these are slasher movies. But I
I
do feel like these kind of came and went, unfortunately.
Yeah, but not like over a short period of time, as we'll get
No.
into. But I guess doing things that share titles with more known like that's just Adam Green's brand. Like if you look at his filmography after this, he does a movie called Spiral, no relation
Oh,
to the Saw Spiral. He also does a movie I need to see called Frozen, no relation to the Disney movie, but I've heard that one's actually really good. Do you know
did
about
that?
Frozen?
I know about it. In fact, I think that's one of the trailers on this one.
That would track. I've heard that
Uh,
one's good.
what year did that come out? His Frozen.
Oh, that I mean, I could check, but that would have been like 08, 09.
I'm seeing a track record of he comes out with a movie title and somebody else comes out with the same movie title.
Yes.
No,
So,
I like Adam Green a lot. In a way, this might sound blasphemous. In a way, I think he's a more talented Damien Leone. I like
interesting.
the Terrifier movies. I think Hatchet 2 and 3 are better than any of the Terrifier movies.
Yeah, I don't have that, but fair enough.
Draven says, I'm ready for some Timu Jason action. We'll get into that when we get into the movie, because yeah, these movies are never beating the Timu Jason allegations.
And this comes out after the first Wrong Turn, right? Because it's like if Wrong Turn and Friday the 13th had a baby. had a had a very deformed baby.
Well, how do I? Damn it!
Draven says Frozen has the kid from Airbud. That I didn't know. That's amazing. And also Iceman, one of the Ashmore twins, which is true and funny given the subject matter.
That is funny.
I knew one of the Ashmores was in it, but I couldn't tell you which one.
I have so many logos in front of this. All right. So Robert is watching this on the Tubby. So I will be pausing the timer and everything between ad breaks, so bear with us. I haven't seen Airbud in so long, dude.
Same.
All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
In three, two, one, play.
Stars Media, who I associate with two things: these and Ash vs. Evil Dead,
Yep. Um,
and Anchor Bay, what just the Stars Company, because Anchor Bay was like big at this time with horror movies, direct to video horror movies, I think.
well, we should talk about this is kind of the prototype Terrifier, not only in its
Mhm.
mindset, but this is an indie film throwing back to 80s slashers. Like, Damien Leone has probably seen these movies multiple times. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I personally, Terrifier has kind of replaced these in the horror
Yes.
fans, which, however you feel about it, but I do think these movies are more important than people let on.
There's a space for these. I hope he makes one more at least.
I fucking do too after the way 4 ends. And here we have Robert Englund.
Yeah, immediately wearing it on its sleeve that this is gonna be a love letter to 80s horror. You're gonna get a lot of cameos here.
So this had a budget of 1 million, 1.5 million, and it did get a theatrical release, probably like film festivals and stuff. It brought in a whopping 208 grand.
Yay! But my understanding though is this at least turned a profit through home
Home media.
video. This was a good time for that before that
I
went extinct.
Yeah, I feel like Hatchet, that first one, got got by on or
On Red Souls and
yeah, what I meant to say was we're probably like a limited release. I just had a brain spasm.
yeah.
Speaking of Tubi, good on them for picking up a bunch of the Cartoon Network shows. Yeah, if they have all of Ben 10, I'd like to go through that show again.
Hmm.
I love Ben 10 up until the fourth show. Omniverse kind of lost me. So this movie immediately sets its tone. That it's stupid.
It is fast food horror, and it's not apologizing for that.
Yeah. So Kane Hodder talks about like losing Jason was a really big blow to him, like because he put his all into that, and this is kind of what got him through that.
Mhm.
So it made me appreciate these on another level. This isn't my favorite one. Like this is kind of like Terrifier 1, where like the pieces are there, but Adam Green hasn't figured out how to put them all together. The main thing is I don't think the final girl in this one is as good until because then we recast her with a, in my opinion, much better actress.
Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of unfair to compare them because I think the girl in this movie's fine, but yeah, Danielle Harris is obviously an upgrade.
I don't think she's bad by any means. I just don't think she has that final girl presence that Harris
Mhm.
has.
Well, it's such a weird position to be in because how many, not counting reboots or remakes, like how many Final Girls can you name that are recast? Like that
Uh,
rarely happens. So like it's just weird.
even smaller pool is how many final girls come back.
Hmm.
Not for just like a one-off appearance. Like she's in all of these.
Yeah.
I miss when Robert Englund did stuff like this. Just showed up in these weird movies.
Uh, yeah, I love Robert Englund. For me, I first kind of know him as being a voice actor, because I didn't grow up on like the Freddy movies. But he's in like the Justice League cartoon. He was Felix Faust, and that he's the Riddler in the Batman. So like that voice just lives rent free in my head.
I probably know him first from the Batman, but I'm not aware of him as a person until I get into the Nightmare movies. But I get into those relatively young. Draven says Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon is another one that came out around the same time that I think should get more. Yes, that movie is incredible, and that also has Robert Englund, and he plays the Loomis type character. It's very interesting.
That's fun.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, immediately something I have a nitpick with is like, oh, I, I get it, but I kind of wish we got to see more of a fight between Robert Englund and
Yeah.
Kane Hodder, not
So
just an off-screen kill, but oh well.
what's funny too is because Robert Englund and Kane Hodder also makes an appearance in Behind the Mask, and he lives on Elm Street in that movie. So the 2006 was just the year of Robert Englund and Kane Hodder uh, pairing up together. These indie filmmakers are like, you know what? Warner Brothers won't give us the Kane Hodder versus Robert Englund, Freddy versus Jason we deserve. We'll put them in our other movies.
And I get it hurts. Yeah, you think? I get the comparison to Terrifier because these have a very similar approach to the gore and the kills, where they're very drawn out and over the
Yes.
top.
So this is a Marilyn Manson song. I don't
Yes,
hate this song. This is a very weird choice for this movie.
that's how you know it was popular at the time and affordable.
Well, I was gonna say affordable because by '06, like Manson's well past his mainstream
Yeah, yeah.
appeal. And this is I think this is the new shit, which is not one of my favorite Manson tracks. Cause like, is this what I've never been? Is this what they play at Mardi Gras?
I don't know.
Does this
I,
count as
I
another holiday themed slasher?
it should. I've never experienced Mardi Gras. That's something that should be on my bucket list.
You would want to go there. This is also the only one besides Horror Legends that has like actors that I've seen in other things.
That's what's weird about it. For as low budget as this movie is, like there's more familiar faces than you'd expect. And then in the second one, you get Danielle Harris
Yeah.
as your lead.
Well, and I feel like with her, she's so into the horror genre. I feel like
Mhm.
she'd be willing to work at a reduced rate. But our lead guy in this, and we'll talk more about it in the second one. These movies work on a weird timeline. Um, but I don't know if you ever watched it, but the lead guy in this was on Bones there for a while.
Yes, he's also in James Cameron's Avatar movies.
Oh,
So
what a
I've seen him.
downgrade!
It's really funny seeing him in like these like $2 billion movies, and then you go back to this. It's kind of jarring.
And I don't know if you recognized her because she's barely in it in the only season you've seen, but the like blonde dumbass in this movie, that is Cordelia's best friend in Buffy.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I can't place the character in memory, but I get who you're talking about. That tracks. But also the friend here, I think he's in Scream 3.
Oh, okay. The black guy.
Yeah.
He might be my favorite
Oh,
character in this movie.
he's good.
He's like the only one with with common sense. No, let's not go towards the scary noise. I was gonna say he kind of looks like discount Matthew Lillard. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, I got the vibe of this guy probably lost the audition for Shaggy.
It's crazy. This is 20 years old now.
I know.
Unfortunately, with a 4K, I don't think there's a lot you can do with. Not to be mean, this movie kind of looks like shit at times.
But yeah, like you said, this and Terrifier 1 are very comparable and just their purpose and how low budget and cheap they are, but where they excel and where all the
Oh,
budget goes is the kills.
so this lead guy here, you know what's crazy? Before this, he was in a little movie called Dodgeball. I forgot about that.
Oh.
I haven't went back to that movie. I remember loving it as a kid. I'm scared to go back because a lot of times that kind of comedy doesn't hold up for me.
That's a movie I probably saw bits and pieces of, but I can't say I've ever actually seen it start to finish.
Oh, and because I mentioned it earlier, apparently he's in an episode of Angel. I forgot about that. I'll have to go
Oh.
back and look at that. Look, yeah, it looks like he's just like a character actor on TV mostly. And then
Mhm.
he shows up in some movies, but doesn't look like he's ever like the lead. Even this movie, like
I guess.
he's kind of our eyes in, but I'd argue that Mary Beth is the protagonist.
Yeah, it just takes a while to get to her. But of course, first we get our Tony Todd cameo.
Yes, and
May
he
he,
comes back
may
for
he
the
rest in
sequel.
peace. Which, and we'll get to it later tonight. I think that's why 2 is probably the best one, because you get a lot of Tony Todd in that movie.
Wait a minute. Mary Elizabeth, the main girl in here before she gets recast.
Mhm.
I forgot. I didn't realize this. She's in the Skinwalker episode of Smallville. That's
Oh,
Kyla.
okay.
That's crazy. I would have never put that together. I love I love when they get the horror legends in these movies and they know what they're in and
Yes.
they eat it up.
Yeah, and apparently Tony Todd was promised, like, if this gets a sequel, you're going to have a bigger part. And he agreed to do it, which is really cool. I
Yeah.
mean, it took 4 years, but glad it happened.
No, I think you're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably do like 2 the best. Although it is kind of funny that 3 has remake Jason, and so you get Jason versus
Yes.
Jason. No, these movies take a long time to come out because 2 isn't until 2010, and then 3 is in 2013, and then they stealth drop Victor Crowley, which is the 4th one in 2017. So I don't know if you know about that, but they invited a bunch of people to like a festival saying it was the 10th anniversary screening of the first one and surprised
Oh,
everyone with a
okay.
4th movie.
That's awesome.
And he hasn't really oh, he's got a movie coming out this year.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff. Just make another Victor Crowley, man.
Yeah.
It's not too late. Just do one more. And similar to the Terrifier movies, you have those long waits between movies, but Terrifier became a phenomenon in a way this didn't. This just kind of leapt along and kept coming back every once in a while, but it never took off the way Terrifier does.
I'm not saying this to put down Terrifier or anything because I do love those movies. Terrifier also got the horror media behind it by the second movie. Like
Mhm.
they were getting money
Yes.
from Bloody Disgusting quickly.
Mhm.
Because one thing I think I've criticized Terrifier before is you can tell where they put a lot of the money in this one big kill, and then every other kill is good but not quite there, so it leads to kind of an uneven experience, especially in 2. I don't have that with these. Most of the kills are like, oh god, what the fuck? This blonde right here, that is Harmony
Okay.
in the Buffyverse. One of the only actresses to be in the premiere of Buffy and the end of Angel.
Oh.
No, It was really weird the first time I watched this to see her in this movie.
She's giving it her all. Gotta respect the commitment.
No, I think she's hilarious in this movie, and
Yeah.
I
Oh, she has my
appreciate
favorite lines.
these movies don't shy away from being sleazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what kids thought Friday the 13th was in the 80s.
Yeah. No, that's a good way of putting it, because Friday the 13th really built up this reputation of like, oh, those are grown-up movies. Like, that's some hardcore shit. And you watch them, they're pretty goofy. Like, there's a reason why kids love them who do get to watch them. You know, they're not that intense. And everything you expect from Friday the 13th, like these movies, just up to an 11. Yeah, and I wouldn't call this a horror comedy, but like it's leaning into a lot of humor still.
It's
It has a tongue-in-cheek tone to it.
this understands the charm and appeal of 80s slasher movies more than any other movie that I've seen from more modern times.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of movies that try to throw back to this are trying to recreate the experience that they felt watching them versus what they actually watched. And Adam Green understands what he's watching. He just doesn't care. That's what he likes about them. He also, like, the mythology gets a little weirder here, but part of what I like about these Over Terrifier is I can follow the lore and the story, even with the retcons that I think it's 3 brings in.
Yeah, I prefer the Terrifier movies. I like the characters more. Those are a little more my speed, but I do respect like what these are going for. Like if you're asking me like what do I think is the better movie, this or Terrifier 1, I maybe this, like I don't know. Like they have similar strengths and weaknesses.
If I'm just comparing
Um
Terrifier 1 to this, it's this. Hatchet has at least a plot. Terrifier is a
true.
woman wandering around a building for 90 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, if you were asking me what movie has better pacing, it's like, oh, it's this. Like what 100%.
The one that's craziest to me is that they got is that old guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I've seen him in a lot of things, and I'm shocked he agreed to do this.
he's just character actor, man, who's in too many credits to name. Apparently he was in Texas Chainsaw 3D, though I don't offhand remember who he was in that. I gotta watch that again.
Is he the lawyer?
Possibly. It's been too long since I've watched it.
Yeah.
But he's like he has kind of a Wilford Brimley look to him, but he's not Wilford Brimley.
The first time I
He's-
watched this, I thought that's who it was.
Well, it's interesting because that old couple are easily the characters you like feel the most bad for. Like they do not deserve what happens to them. But I don't know if you know this. They actually shot some stuff with them where the idea is they're racists. So
Oh.
you're like rooting for them to die, but then I don't, for whatever reason, for like the tone or just a different vibe, they're like, let's take all that stuff out.
Yeah. I think that was a good idea.
That's probably a good idea. I want to pay attention though, because apparently there are a couple shots of the old lady like giving weird looks to our protagonist's friend. So I do want to see if I spot any of those. Then ad break. I just got my first ad. Hopefully there aren't too many more of those. And I got 6. Thanks, Tubby.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's that, and I think this movie walks that line pretty well. It's always hard with slasher movies because there are 2 approaches. The one approach is you make a character as unlikable as possible, so you're rooting for the kill, or you make them likable and you feel kind of bad for them, but then there's still kind of a mean-spirited fun to that, and it's just about finding that balance.
Yeah, I think making them racist would have tipped that too much in one direction. Kind of like we saw with Final Destination 4, where that one guy was a racist, and it just, like, what did that add? Like,
Yeah, his death was funny.
it was the only good death in that movie.
Draven said that old guy was also in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
I haven't seen
He
that
was
in
the security guard
years.
in the beginning.
Can you
But
believe we're a year off from it being 20 years since Rob Zombie's Halloween remake?
yeah, that's weird.
I don't like it. We have to go back.
But one thing that I like about this film that I do find charming about it is, especially in this era with a lot of the remakes coming out, it's like, well, no, you're supposed to hate the characters because you want them to die. And then you actually watch old 80s slasher movies, and that's not usually the case. Like
No.
Friday movies in particular, there's fun characters hanging out, and this movie really gets that. It's kind of refreshing.
I can
But it's
name,
like,
like, maybe a handful of Friday characters that I'm actively rooting for them to die. And the main one I can think of is that bitch in Part 7 that has one of the greatest deaths of all time.
her death's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, like this movie was just definitely a response to where horror was at and all the remakes coming out, and it's like, hey, something original.
Yeah, because this is in the prime middle of the fuck. What's that studio? The Michael Bay
Blumhouse.
Platinum
No, not
Dunes.
Blumhouse. Platinum Tunes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
this is like right smack dab in the middle of the Platinum Dunes run.
Yeah, it's like these are coming out in the midst of that, whereas the Terrifier movies are start coming out on the heels of like the Legacy sequels and Blumhouse stuff and the A24 stuff, and for each era, I think they succeed at what they're going for, for the sake of variety. But like I said, Terrifier has become a phenomenon, and art has taken off like as this icon in a way Victor Crowley just didn't.
Yeah.
Uh, which is a shame. But all right, okay. What timestamp are you at?
I am at 1924.
Okay, I am ready whenever you are.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, play. Do you think, because we've talked a little bit about Victor not really taking off in the way that maybe I feel like maybe he should have, is he too close to Jason? Do you think that's why?
I think that's certainly a factor. It's we have Jason at home kind of movie.
Yeah.
But also I mentioned Wrong Turn earlier. Like he's very reminiscent of the antagonists of those, at least visually. Um, that's one thing that I really love about Art the Clown is I feel like Art the Clown has a very specific look and
Mm-hmm.
gimmick.
Yeah.
And it's just everything about that character just immediately clicks and stands out. Whereas with with Victor Crowley, I feel like half of even though like the movie's fine and the character's fine, you may disagree with this. I feel like half of the appeal of Victor Crowley is just knowing that it's Kane Hodder playing him.
Yeah, I
Like
can
you
see
kind
that.
of need to know that to have that extra oomph. Like, oh yay, it's more Kane Hodder slasher movies. I feel like if it was any other stunt guy, and you could say this about any killer, but it's like you do kind of lose something.
And to his credit, he does not play this at all like he did Jason.
No, and he is a wonderful method actor. He gives it his all.
Except for when he actually has to act. But,
Oh,
No, what's funny is he's in appearance and physicality is very Jason, but his backstory is very Freddy. Whereas, like, he's cursed at birth. He's kind of cursed.
There's Jason stuff in his backstory too, though, where you have the
Yeah,
deformed kid who's picked
yeah.
on.
The way
Eh.
the way he becomes the Victor Crowley of Legend is fucked.
Yeah, and Draven mentioned the killer from A Violent Nature, who's very
Jay,
Jason.
I
Uh,
saw today or yesterday that they've put out a trailer for a sequel.
yeah, I hope it's good. I hope I don't
I
know. It's
I kind of hope they change up the gimmick because like
you can't do
I
that again.
yeah I'd argue
Well,
it. I don't think it worked the first time entirely. However, the kills were insane.
there are a couple standouts, absolutely, and though, and that movie reminds me of these, at least with the kills.
Because you know why we don't follow Jason or Victor Crowley, because then it's 90 minutes of a guy walking around in the woods.
I respect the commitment to the bit.
I Okay, here's why the racist thing is cutting it is a good idea, because then I feel bad for them when they have to watch these two do their like porn thing.
Well, we talked. That's one of my favorite jokes. Is when they're like, "Oh, are you familiar with the studio?" And he's like, "Yes." I mean, no.
And the old woman has the best death in this movie.
It's incredible.
So I don't know if you know this. I might have said this when we watched it before, but this crazy guy that's going to drink his own pee here in a minute is the director of Friday the 13th Part 7.
Yes, and I believe did some help with like the makeup and effects behind
Probably
the
because
scenes.
when they bring him on for 7, like he is an effects guy, not a director. So
Mhm.
he designs that Jason, and he had worked with Kane. He'd worked with Kane before, I think, on one of the House sequels, and that's why he brings Kane in to do 7, and history was made.
Yeah, because and with this film, my understanding is at some point he and Adam Green meet. He helps get this movie made, and this is the connection to how Kane Hodder comes in. Um,
And this guy has since passed away, unfortunately, but I love his little
mhm.
bit in this movie. Although I didn't need to see him drink his own pee. Like,
No, I hope method acting wasn't involved there.
oh,
You're all gonna die. And recently watching Tucker and Dale, like that's all I could think of during some of these scenes. I'm just waiting for them to show up.
Tucker and Dale meet Hatchet would be incredible.
That's what the next movie should be. Yeah.
I this is also I think the only franchise where I give them a pass on writing the most insane reasons to keep bringing an actor back. This guy has played like 3 different roles in these movies.
The tour boat guy.
Yeah, because if you remember in 2, it's this character's brother, I think,
Yes.
and then in 3, it's just they give up and it's a completely unrelated ambulance driver person that just happens to look like these two twins. And then that character just survives into Victor Crowley. Which, have you seen that one yet?
I believe is for the plane one.
Yes.
Okay, so we did watch all of them.
Okay.
Also, with the homages to previous films, the setup with some of these characters is very Friday 4. Like the lead guy is a sad sack, like Crispin Glover's character
No,
getting
I
over a
have to
breakup.
expect the black guy to tell this other guy that he's a dead fuck.
He might as well. And you can feel a lot of this dialogue's probably not written. We're just riffing. We're just improvising because we got it bad for time, but it's fine. Hatchet Face. Do you think that would have been a better title? Hatchet Face?
No. I it's tricky. Like, I don't like the Hatchet title just because it is a pre-existing book. But I also don't know what else you'd call this. It gets weirder when it's Hatchet 1, Hatchet 2, Hatchet 3, Victor Crowley.
If they make another one, the next one should be The Death of Victor Crowley. That's what the last one should be.
No, it should be Hatchet 5, the final chapter.
Victor Crowley colon Hatchet 5, the final chapter. There we go.
There you go.
It's also really funny that our lead friends, their other friends, just dip out of the movie and they get to live. The moral of the story is if you have like a sad sack friend in your group who's like, no, I want to do this boat tour, you say fuck that. I'm staying here.
That is just true. I love how bad of a tour guide this guy is.
And as cheap as this movie looks, I do give it credit for not just dicking around in a warehouse for the whole runtime, or just the woods. Like the swamp is a nice setting. You don't get a lot of slasher movies set in a swamp, so I appreciate the variety. All of these people are gonna die, and it could have easily been avoided.
No. Tyler's in the chat says it's 20 years old. That's crazy. That is in fact how math works.
Yeah, this was kind of a last minute pick on our part, but it's like the first movie's turning 20 this year, and also these work for a double feature because if you recall, Hatchet 2 picks up seconds after the end of Hatchet 1.
That is one thing I will criticize this movie for, is it doesn't really have an ending. It just stops. Can you imagine watching this when it came out and like there's not a sequel, just that's it? Scream 7 shrieking at record decibels with franchise best $59 million debut. They're going to be doing this till Nev Campbell's 90.
That is true. I am curious what the drop off on that's going to look like next week.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I mean, that is kind of what I expected when you wave. This is going to sound like I'm talking down to people, but you put a shiny thing in front of people with all the stuff they remember, people are going to go see it before the reviews come out.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching it from home in 6 months.
If we ever do make another Hatchet movie, do you see that just being like a Shudder original? Is that the most likely outcome?
I
Outcome?
feel like that's the most likely. Tyler just said, "Bah." Okay.
This is my favorite exchange in the movie. The the police are the cops so the same
Whoa,
thing. No,
whoa,
they're
whoa,
not.
whoa! The police are the what? Draven hasn't seen Scream 7, but I did see the Scary Movie 6 trailer leaked. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that, but I heard about it.
Oh,
Are you hyped?
I didn't watch it, but I've seen images. We still gotta make you watch the first 5.
Yes, I've only seen the first one, and that was like
That's not even the
15 years
best one.
ago. Oh,
You'd have to do a reboot, surely. Of what? Scream? No. We'll just CGI Nev Campbell's corpse.
oh.
I feel so bad for this old guy here in a second. We should get back to the Scream franchise at some point this year.
Yeah,
Me and a
well,
friend covered like the first 2 and then we just couldn't get around to doing more.
the first one will be 30 years old this December. That is the anniversary.
A reboot of Hatchet. Okay, first of all, don't yell at me.
But also, no.
Why
Like,
why would you reboot? That'd be dumb.
I do think Kane Hodder's probably too old, but you can have another stunt guy fill in for at least most of it if he can't do all of it. But like, I want Danielle Harris back. Like they have to finish the story.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's got a gun.
I'm not going out there. Oh, you're going out there.
And this is why I don't do boat tours.
This is
So
why I
like
don't want to
this.
get on boats. Period.
Yeah, boats are just a bad idea, and I feel like we've evolved past them. People still do it for some reason. I don't get it.
I don't want to.
It is weird that I think next year the last movie Victor Crowley will be 10 years old.
And it's crazy.
It's been that long.
But I've been wanting to watch Scream 4 because, with every movie that we release in that franchise, 4 just becomes more and more relevant.
Yep, 4 was ahead of its time.
That's my favorite sequel, bar none. Apparently, in one of the commentaries,
Yeah,
Adam Green
well-
has said that Hatchet and Behind the Mask are in the same universe.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't involved with Behind the Mask as far as I know. And that doesn't
Does
make
that come out-
sense.
no.
Oh.
Does that come out before or after this?
Uh, Hold on. My mouse just fucking died. I think they're both '06.
Okay.
But Robert Englund is in both. That don't make no sense.
It's fine.
No, I do feel like that was just him, like Adam Green yapping.
I mean, if Matthew Vaughn can get away with it in his Kingsman movies, anything's possible.
Well, but I think the difference is there is that those are all him. Like Adam Green, as far
Sure,
as I know, didn't have anything to do with Behind the Mask.
for sure. I got another ad break.
God damn it.
Come on, Tibby.
Jesus Christ, nothing wants to work.
it's just one of those days.
Yeah, because unfortunately you got an ad just as I had to change the batteries in my mouse. And then the movie wouldn't pause, and
It was a whole thing.
it was all a disaster. Completely off topic, but on a whim, because I keep getting videos of it, and I never finished it back in the day, but I've restarted Naruto. It's solid. There's some cool ideas there.
So Naruto has a reputation of being very talky. And not,
Yes.
and it's fair. I don't remember. I've seen maybe the first like 20 episodes or so. It's something I liked when I was a kid. But when I tried like going back to it and getting into it, like I couldn't get that far.
The talky
But
stuff that mostly comes up, I think, in that back half. Because once you finally get to the big bad of the whole story, yeah, Naruto just like talks him down. It's like, oh,
weirdly enough, where I was like most into Naruto was those fighting games. I had a couple
oh
of
yeah.
those. Those were great.
I
I played
had
the
that.
shit out of those.
I had that first. I think Ninja Storm on 360. It was like the first at the time next gen Ninja game, and those were cool. I haven't played a lot of Naruto games though, just because I was more of a Dragon Ball guy. But I used to collect actually the Naruto manga, and I collected up to I think the first third of what's now known as Shippuden, which is the post time skip. Because if you don't know, there's an event that happens, and then the manga skips ahead a couple years, and the anime to separate them. Anime does this all the time. The most famous version of that is Dragon Ball, because in Japan, in the manga, it's all just Dragon Ball. But then they did the anime, and to split the difference, they relabeled the back half of Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. And that's what it's been known for forevermore. Which is really funny, because we can't stop re-releasing Dragon Ball Z stuff, but you're technically just releasing the back half of the story. We never touched the first half, because nobody remembers that. It's really frustrating. But no, there's ideas in Naruto I really like. Like, I like he's a little bit of a different shonen protagonist in that he's kind of like, funnily enough, the main thing I can think of to compare it to is Harry Potter, where they're kind of born with this thing that that people hold against them. Like Harry is born as a wizard, and his relatives hate him for that. Naruto is born with a demon sealed inside of him, and the village hates him for that. And it's kind of about them overcoming that to fulfill a prophecy. It's good stuff.
What timestamp are you at?
Robert's like, shut up!
I want to watch the movie.
No! This is a Naruto channel now. 37:13.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, you said 37:13.
Yeah.
I am ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
That's not looking too good. I am surprised there aren't more slasher movies that use this setup where I do like because you don't usually get like this diverse of a cast of characters where it's just a bunch of randos on like a tour, but it's not like, the usual setup of like a college campus or summer camp or whatever. It's like you don't usually get this much variety
Yeah.
in your victims, and I like this group dynamic for that. Like you have this old
Um,
couple that should not be here.
Draven says he ranks the Screams 1, 4, 5, 2, 6, 3. Move 5 and 6, and I mostly agree with that. I think 2 is the third best sequel. Tyler doesn't like 4 as much as everyone else. That's because you're a fraud. John, do you have all of the Hatchet movies? No, I just have the first 2. And did you take down the RoboCop poster? No, it fell and it won't stay up, unfortunately.
Oh no!
I use sticky tack because these walls aren't great for like nails and like the door, but the sticky tacks unfortunately become not sticky anymore.
That's what super glue's for.
I fucking considered it. I love that poster. Like I want that up there.
It's a good poster. You should just Photoshop it in the
Yeah.
background for every video from now on.
While we're kind of at a talky scene, I just want to look. Oh, this does have a all new audio commentary with writer director Adam Green and Kane Hodder. I wouldn't mind listening to that.
Yeah.
And then a second commentary that apparently is not all new with writer director Adam Green. Oh, and then cinematographer Will Barrett and actors Tamara Feldman, Joel David Moore, and Dean Richmond. Huh. And then like a gag reel, and it looks like some like behind the scenes stuff. Draven says that 6 would have been higher, but the reveal just didn't do it for me. I fucking hate 6. I find that movie insufferable.
And here's Kane Hodder
Oh my god, dude.
playing his own father.
Hatchet 2 has a commentary featuring Adam Green, Kane Hodder, and Tony Todd.
Dude,
I just want to listen to that. You want to tune down the flare there, cameraman?
no. This I was also getting kind of, at least with like the father character played by Kane Hodder, reminds me of a Pumpkinhead a little bit. You got
Oh,
the
sure.
same like poor, kind of backwater background. Obviously, that movie goes in a very different direction.
No, sure. I wouldn't have thought of that because when I saw the last time I saw this, I hadn't seen Pumpkinhead. I have now since then, and that movie's great.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen's so good at it.
And somehow these animal masks look better than the ones in the Winnie the Pooh movies.
Oh,
Adam Green should have directed those, then they would have been good.
he'd be a great fit for them.
I still really don't like that those exist, but if you're gonna do it, like do it right. Because I find that I do kind of have that, like, I fundamentally, and I don't normally have this, but I kind of morally disagree with those movies existing. But if you're gonna do it, like, can you do it right?
Yeah, we need Adam Green, Damian Leone, Eli Roth.
Dude, Eli Roth's Winnie the Pooh would be the greatest thing of all time. I want Pooh to just ramble about squirrels being gay, and that's why they have to shoot them.
Oh no! Kane Hodder died like Yoda in Return of the Jedi. He just fades away.
That's called death by editing. No, one thing that I like about these movies is he has a solid outline for the mythology of Victor Crowley, but he kind of changes it a little bit here and there every movie.
Yeah, and it's been a couple of years since we watched these together, so my memory on the last couple is real fuzzy.
Yeah. Tyler's Scream ranking is 1, 5, 2, 4, 6, 3. Putting 5 above any of the Craven movies might be a war crime. 5 is like a
No,
shitty remake of 4. What? What?
no, there's good stuff I like in 5, but four might be my favorite of the sequel. And like no Scream sequel is perfect. They all have their flaws, but 4 I really like. I just wish the cinematography was different.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with 5. Like I'm kind of indifferent. It's probably I probably would put it at least over 3. Putting it over 2 and 4 is a war crime.
Yeah,
Javen says, I think the problem overall with 6 is that it starts off me think it's going to be the same, some fresh, but by the end it just becomes a bigger Scream 2. Yeah, it's just Scream 2,
yes.
but stupid. I
Tyler
sink the boat
says,
every night. It's hilarious.
I just want to go home.
That would be me in this situation. Like, listen, can we go? The reality is this is the more realistic version of Shrek. This is how he keeps people out of his swamp.
Obviously. That's what Shrek 5 should be. He just runs up just screaming and hacking up people like, oh my god.
That's the only way they'd get me to watch that.
Yeah, when Kane Hodder, like, he never wanted the cast to see him like in the makeup chair, like getting the prosthetics and everything on. Like, he only wanted people to see him like when they were shooting. So he kept showing up and just scaring the shit out of this cast. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
And an insane character. Like, they'd say cut, and he'd be like, ah, and just run off.
That's beautiful. Have you seen that clip of him as Jason on that talk show?
Yes.
I love
Iconic.
That. That's when you know the franchise has kind of jumped a shark, but I'm so happy that it exists. Because I think that's during the press tour for 8. It looks like the 8 design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the live chat, they're talking about putting Shrek and the Pooniverse. It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, as soon as Shrek goes public domain. Oh my god, can you imagine the Pooniverse donkey?
No.
It's just gonna be a guy in a donkey mask.
I don't like it.
So, because I was just curious, you know how they always put like quotes on from Gorezine magazine or Gore Zone, sorry. The holy grail of slasher films. You saw it here, folks.
That
I don't know.
Prestigious, reputable source.
Yeah.
Oh, I think these two are gonna die very badly.
Yes. So I complained about the cinematography. I actually think at night this looks quite good. It has a style to it.
I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's
well,
due.
and they have this way of it's not like the lighting doesn't look realistic at all, but it kind of looks stylish. And also, this swamp looks so like suffocating and like a labyrinth.
Hmm.
I love that. The good Lord will protect us. Hard cut to this ugly motherfucker coming out. And the hatchet shot is great.
It's so mean.
No, and I think here it is.
No, and this
Oh
is like,
Jesus.
and this is an all-time classic kill.
Yeah.
That the way her head is ripped off. That is a Mortal Kombat fatality.
One thing that I think Adam Green is, I mentioned this earlier, but one thing I think Adam Green is smarter about with the Damien Leone is spreading out the kills. So, like, those kills were good, but the next few kills are going to be just as good. Or it won't be such a huge step down. You don't have, like, a few okay kills and then a 30-minute kill scene that goes so far that it wraps around to being absurd.
Yeah, but I think that's also part of the charm of these and why these work. Because for a lot of people who can't get into slasher movies, they're like, "Oh God, like that's so mean spirited," and like, how do you enjoy that? And it's like, it's I don't know. It's just like a different take on like Looney Tunes cartoons for me,
Yeah.
where the fun comes from how over the top it is.
Yeah.
Like in any other movie, you'd say like, "Oh God, these characters are so likable, and this is so fucked up. Like this is so disturbing." But when it's that over the top, like you just have to
No, and I
laugh.
love the over the topness of the Terrifier movies. And I
Mhm.
adore 2 and 3. Like those, I think are masterpieces of the genre. At least in terms of being just fun slashers. Writing wise, but I and 3 fixes this a lot because 3 I think is good across the board. 2 is like, well, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Holy shit! And then the rest of the movie is like, alright, alright, alright. When are we gonna get Art the Clown versus Victor Crowley?
Tomorrow, I hope.
I would unironically watch that. Although I think it was Austin that said this, but I think Austin has a point. The reason that Freddy versus Jason works and something like Jason versus Michael wouldn't work is having two silent killers in the same movie. I don't know if that would work.
God no, yeah.
I think you need one that talks.
And Adric doing
Oh
this again. Thanks, Tibby. Come on, we don't have a lot of movie left.
no, we still got 6 hours.
Okay. Well, but to your point, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like the slasher pairings that people want are kind of boring because the two they want are too similar. Like Freddy versus Jason, like you said, is a thing because of the contrast. Like that's why.
Yeah.
Like they both embody like the polar opposites of the slasher type. Freddy, he's the one who's fast, he's supernatural, he talks, whereas Jason is the slow, silent killer. It's that contrast that makes that pairing fun.
Well, one
And
one died by fire, one by water.
how can we use that?
No, like, because I would watch Jason versus Michael, but at the same time, I feel like that's a 5-minute short film, not a 90-minute slasher. No, Freddy versus Jason, when you think about it, is kind of entirely by chance that works. Because it's kind of like Batman and Superman, where completely incidentally, we've made these two characters complete polar opposites of their genre. And so that's when you cross them over, it works.
Yeah.
Tyler, Leatherface versus Saw. How would that work?
That's a lot of saws.
Just because they use one is called Saw and the other uses a saw.
I want to play a game.
What about Victor Crowley versus Saw? Put
Yeah.
Put Victor Crowley in a jigsaw trap.
Victor, I want to play a game with you.
No, I feel like the natural crossover for Jigsaw is Dexter
Okay, I can see that.
because they both go after bad people, but they're also bad people.
Is Tobin Bell in any of the Hatchet movies? Because I feel like that's a big one you'd try to get for a cameo.
No.
For shame.
No, I it's weird. So I think part of it is I feel like Adam Green only wants 80s icons in these movies. Like we got Derek Mears, but I don't know if that's because he was Jason or just like he was cheap.
Sure.
Um and also like I don't know if the horror like the big names in horror gave Tobin Bell the credit he deserved, especially at this time. Like I think we've kind of settled into, yeah, he was kind of the icon of his time. Draven, give us Chucky versus Leprechaun, damn it. No. What I want is that canceled Leprechaun versus Candyman movie.
Yes, give us that. I want, because it's such a weird pairing. I want Chucky versus Pinhead. I
Yes.
want Chucky versus Pinhead. I want to know what that looks like.
There was also that this is probably my new biggest like, oh, that should have happened. I don't remember if Austin told you, and I'm probably gonna get some of the details wrong, but it was Michael Myers versus Pinhead, and Clive Barker was gonna write it, and John Carpenter was gonna direct it.
Yeah, that's like very similar to when Jim Cameron and Ridley Scott were involved for AVP, and then that fell through.
Thank God that didn't happen.
But no, but yeah, like I would love to see Michael versus just see what that looks like with that creative duo.
Yeah.
Okay, what timestamp are you at?
All right.
And I think you got to reset the YouTube timer too.
Yeah. Shit. Stop. Reset. I am at 50:39.
Okay, I am ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Draven wants Victor Crowley versus Swamp Thing. Me too.
Yeah. Victor Crowley versus remake Freddy win.
Oh,
I remember seeing for a while there people were pitching Freddy versus Jason remake with the two remake versions. I feel like that's it. I feel like remake Jason would destroy remake Freddy. He needed a high hide.
don't we all?
This guy is like the most 80s movie character. No, you know what we really need to do is we need to put Victor Crowley in one of those like crime shows like Law and Order or
The trial of Victor Crowley.
hey, remember The Exorcist? That's what would really happen.
No, don't kill him.
I love how much these two just hate each other, the blonde and the brunette.
Yes. No, their bickering never gets old for me. That's some of my favorite stuff in the movie. So, without getting into spoilers, the actress from Buffy. So, is she a character that's just kind of always around the whole time, but doesn't progress a whole lot?
Yeah, she'll show up here and there across both shows. She's
That's
in
just kind of
season one.
funny.
She's just kind of there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I only remember because her name is Harmony in that show for some reason. It's a very strange name.
Well, it's very 90s. Do you think it's weird that this guy's twin brother is never mentioned who we'll meet in the next movie?
No, that's fine. Wait.
Yeah. The porn filmmaker guy's name is Shapiro. That's really
No, that's
funny.
great too. But that whole exchange, I had to stop and think about it. The blonde, I think it's the blonde goes, "Why don't you suck your dad off?" The other comeback is, "I will once you're done." What?
Got him?
I, I don't think that was the burn you thought it was.
They're not the sharpest chainsaws in the work shed.
Workshed.
Ooh, I want that. Evil Dead versus Victor Crowley. Ash
Yeah.
versus Victor Crowley.
But then if we're never gonna get the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash that we deserve. Even Ash versus Freddy would just go incredibly hard. There'd be so many stupid one-liners. Because see, everybody thinks that the it would come down to like an Ash versus Freddy in like a physical fight. No, it would come down to a one-liner battle. Who can deliver those devastating one-liner?
Also, Freddy could barely fight against teenage girls. Like Ash would mop the floor with him.
No, that's one thing I think Freddy versus Jason is really smart in. You have the first fight in the dream world where Freddy is all powerful, and then you have it in the real world where Jason is all powerful. And even then, in the real world, when they're fighting, I think Freddy does a little too well at times. But
We do not have time for this.
we do not have time for you.
One thing that I do find distracting watching these back to back with the final girl is when she's recast with Daniel Harris. Daniel Harris is like a lot shorter
Yeah.
than this actress is. Like she'll get like a foot shorter in the next movie. Oh god,
Well, have you ever seen James and the Giant Peach?
I am not.
Oh, okay. There's a scene where they tie the centipede to these two things, and then they start to pull, like stretching his spine out. This movie did the
Wow.
opposite. Victor Crowley just put her in this little thing and squished.
I could buy that he could do that.
Yeah.
He does some crazy shit.
No, that movie is very good once you get to the actual animated parts. The live action parts suck. Although the thing that sets off that whole movie is James's parents being eaten by a rhinoceros in the sky, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Which part? Are you surprised with as much of a throwback as this is that this isn't set in the 80s? Do you think that's just a budget thing?
I think it's a budget, probably a budget thing. Um, but I mean, at that point, we didn't do that a lot. Like, if we threw back to something, we just kind of took those sensibilities and put them in modern day. It wasn't until recently where it had to be in the time period that we're throwing back to.
Mhm.
And even then, we half-ass it most of the time.
Yeah.
No, it's always so funny with Stranger Things. We haven't done the final season commentators yet. But I hear so many people complain about Billy being a racist. And I'm like, it was the 80s in Indiana. Everyone was a racist.
Yeah.
You guys couldn't handle that show if it was written like it was actually the 80s. Because hell, that
Well,
the 80s is only what, 20 years out of segregation, if that.
yeah.
But sure, a character has a one line that you could twist as racist. It's the end of the world. Oh. So I do like that her main mission here is just to find her dad and brother, who we saw at the beginning.
Well, you assume that prologue's going to be just entirely disconnected, not actually
Yeah.
relevant to the plot. Also, with our lead final girl and guy, a lot of 80s slashers have like the couple at the end, and they're kind of that. But it's also kind of a flip on Trish and Rob from Friday 4, where that one has the guy who's secretly on the vengeance quest against Jason. She's kind of like that. She's kind of Tommy Jarvis-ish for part
Yeah.
6.
All it's missing is when he kills Ben, I think is his name, for Ben to be going, he's killing me, he's killing me.
I mean, we had that in the opening when the guy's just
Yeah.
saying it hurts, and I'm like, yeah, I figured.
I was not a kid. Also, one thing I hate about these is they came from that time period where we did this shit. I hate that.
No.
The recycling logo cut out of the plastic. Don't do that.
We don't take too kindly to recyclers here on Haven of Horror.
Well, I'm fine with recycling, but do you need to cut it into the case? Can't it just be like a nice solid movie case?
No.
Oh. Well, fuck me then. We're spending entire too much time on what's in this fucking bush.
Yeah, there's a little bit of padding in the back half of this movie,
Yeah.
but at least I like these characters.
This is
this,
fucked.
this is this is a good tool for a slasher killer. This is creative.
So I have two questions. One, where did he find that thing? Two, where did he plug it in?
What you don't know is Victor Crowley is actually a chemical genius who
Oh
knows how to
shit.
make makeshift batteries.
Ooh. You suck with that gun.
Yeah.
And he lost his head.
He got the reanimator kill.
Oh.
Ow.
She died as she lived. That was
It's the honesty that's really biting.
we're overly honest here at Haven of Horror. I've been thinking about rebranding to
Yes.
Haven of Honesty. Same initials.
She's not having a good day.
Are any of them?
Yeah, Victor Crowley is.
That's true. Well, maybe not. He can't find his dad.
That's true. Also, only slasher killer I'm aware of who everyone keeps referring to as a ghost, but like he's more like a zombie. That's weird.
Yeah.
He's a ghost that we could shoot and injure and maim.
Speaking of ghosts, I need to. Like sometimes I try to find shows if I'm out of YouTube videos to watch to just kind of listen to as background noise while I'm playing a game. But I started that Ghost sitcom on Paramount Plus. It's alright.
Oh,
There's a really funny episode where she
wait,
meets
I
on.
got an ad break.
Oh,
Thank you, Tubby.
there's a really funny episode where the ghosts want to do, like, get involved with Halloween stuff, and they all watch Ghostbusters, and they're like, "This is a horror film. Why are you making us watch this?" But that's I started that because it's the iZombie actress.
Hmm.
I like her. I like her a lot. She's my favorite Yellow Ranger. And Robert's like, "I'll kill you."
Victor Crowley versus the Power Rangers. Let's make that next.
I'd watch it. Speaking of Power Rangers, I think you heard the Dawson's Creek guy just recently passed away.
Oh yeah.
I always forget that he was in that rated R fan film, Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
yeah.
And because we like to joke, so he is in that movie. He's playing Rocky, who you saw in the Turbo movie that takes himself out. So Hayden and I like to joke that he's the best version of that character, and he's in a fan film.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate that fan film. I've seen some people call it like the worst Power Rangers thing ever, and I'm like, that's probably not true.
No. So I find a lot of the hyperbole around that really annoying. I think it is a really cool what if, but like Jason David Frank freaked out about it. I follow this YouTuber, and I mostly watch his videos for the seasons that I don't want to watch, like the Neo Saban stuff that is just terrible. But he has a video about that just called The Worst Power Rangers Movie of All Time, and I'm like, I've seen the other ones. That's not true. That is not Turbo Power Rangers movie. Did I send you the I found a Blu-ray. Apparently Shout Factory did a Blu-ray when they did the 95 movie.
Yeah, I think so.
I kind of want it, like, because it's a collector's item, because that is now out of print. And I don't know if I told you, but I got the '95 movie on Blu-ray.
I believe you did. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what timestamp are you at, sir?
Uh, States. I am at 105. 01.
Okay, I am ready whenever you are.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, there's less than 20 minutes left. Enough with the ads already.
Robert, I'm sending you this. You should buy this.
Obviously.
I sent that to Hayden. He was like, "What the fuck? Why is it $200?
What the fuck is that?
Why you do?" But no, there is something really claustrophobic and maze-like about the way they shoot the swamp in this movie that I appreciate.
Yeah, if I'm in this situation, you know what I do? I pick a direction, I run, and I don't stop running. Eventually, you're gonna get out.
No.
One of my favorite things about these movies is whenever Victor Crowley just jumps into scenes. It's always great.
And moments like this are legitimately tense. Like, you don't know where he's at, what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. He's, I guess, because he's a ghost. He's just very stealthy.
Why did you say that in Canadian? He's a ghost.
Well, Victor Crowley's like 50% hillbilly, 50% Canadian. It tracks.
Oh my god, he's half Austin, half Hadan.
Nah, I don't like that combo.
I was hoping Hadan would be here for these because he hasn't seen them, but it'd be like that.
But we're not saying we're disappointed in him. We're just saying we're disappointed in him.
We're just saying he should
Like,
die. No.
I do think Victor Crowley would be even scarier if somebody dubbed him with the voice of Patrick when he's in Jennifer's Body. I will cut your nuts off and nail them to your door. Like, he's got that kind of energy to him. That,
Oh
I can
my
buy him
god!
saying that.
But if they do a fifth one, I do think with how long these take, you need to just end it. Like,
Yeah,
figure out what you want your final ending to be.
that's where we're at with the Chucky franchise. Where I really hope it's like just make one more and just that's it.
Especially with
And
Chucky, because
it's
that's
time.
so tied to that actor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in a replacement for Gareth.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Hamill, but we saw how that went with the Child's Play remake.
Oh.
This
He's
is
on
the most
fire.
unintentionally funny thing.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I do really like the kind of dynamic that the two leads form in this. It's not, they don't talk about it, they don't beat you over the head with it. It's just those two group up and they're surviving together.
Got it.
What I'm gathering from this watch, Robert, is that Victor Crowley can't be reasoned with. He can't be bargained with. He just wants his dad back.
Now, it would be peak if the next movie, if with Victor Crowley, they go the direction they go with Arnold's T-800 and Terminator Dark Fate, where he settled down. He's married. He sells drapes. That's what they should do.
I was not expecting you to go there, but I'm so happy you did.
Just imagine with the name tag.
I want a drape. Arr!
He's got a little hat. Oh my god, they're in the cemetery for Jason Lives.
Yeah. Uh, see, that's the stuff that I don't like in these movies.
It's gross.
It's gross. You don't need
And
it.
it's gross. And Sam Raimi is a director who does those kinds of gags, but knows how to make them more funny.
Well, and it's
Like,
never just the guy spitting in someone else's mouth. It's always some absurd, like, gusher of blood or an eyeball.
Yeah.
'Cause I have that with the Terrifier movies, too. Those movies have an obsession with shit and pee, and that stuff turns me off in movies. I don't
like it.
Aw.
He'll be fine.
I don't think so. He's been disarmed.
Oh.
Crowley really hates this guy specifically.
I have the right to bear your arms, motherfucker.
I love how that was clearly just like a dummy that he was swinging around.
Well, it's also the Friday 7 shot. It's the tree kill.
No, that will follow Kane Hodder around for the rest of his life. Again, no vomit, please.
It's bad. Don't like it. Now's not the time for this. Just keep running. I can't go on. I got my best friend killed. Oh, and him getting the spear off of the fence. Very Jason Lives.
This always looked like it hurts.
Yeah. It's just a bad time for everyone. Ah!
Oh, and you can hear like the skin ripping and shit.
No, I don't like it. No, and that's like, oh, I wouldn't have gone about it like this. I don't think that's what you should do.
It's not, but also I don't know. That guy's rushing at you. What else are you gonna do? Victor just really likes hitting that guy in the face with shit. Oh. He didn't remove it from his foot. He just ripped his foot out.
Yeah, I would have done that. Like you're in a swamp. I don't buy that spear is like that lodged into the dirt.
Crowley's strong enough. I'd buy it. Well, especially once Crowley's lodged on there, what are you gonna do? Lift him off and the spear?
It's worth a try.
What I don't buy is that it's not gonna be infected and probably have to cut the whole damn thing off.
And this ending, of course, is very Friday one.
Yes.
They really draw this bit out. It's like, I know he's gonna come out of the water.
I've seen movies, Adam Green.
It's just the Friday the 13th shot. He's just in a boat. Yeah, I don't buy that he hasn't gone into shock yet.
No.
Girl, now is not the time to cry about your dead dad and your dead brother. There'll be time for that later. I do wish we brought Robert England back as the twin brother of her dad. They should have done that.
They should have.
Oh my god. I always cringe during underwater stunts like this because I am terrible at holding my breath underwater, and I'm like, I can't imagine filming shit like this. The gag with his arm is really funny.
Yeah. That's very Jurassic Park.
Oh, Mr. Arnold, thank God. Oh no. No. He screams at her so hard it ends the movie,
It's true.
and I kinda love it.
No, and if I remember correctly, it's two. I think it's two. Also has the same thing where it doesn't really end. It just,
It just stops
yep. Come back for the next one.
in 4 years.
Yeah. 3 and 4 might be the only ones with actual endings.
Yeah. I don't remember.
I'm going to be honest. I like these movies a lot. I haven't actually thought about these movies since we watched them.
But that was Hatchet.
That was Hatchet. If you're watching after the fact, we appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please consider hitting that like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you're watching live, don't worry. We're still got one more movie to go. If you can believe it, we're going to do Hatchet 2. Whoa, well, then I just dropped both of them. But we're going to take like a quick 5-minute break. I got to swap discs. Robert has to recharge. His battery is on 2%, and he needs it to be at least 7%. But yeah, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Are you ready for more of the hatchet?
Oh my god. Oh, you know, maybe a 6 hour stream before we did this wasn't a good idea.
Well, you don't want to just unwind, watch a couple of Hatchet movies. Like, what else are you gonna do
Oh,
after playing Resident Evil 9 for 6 hours?
or sorry, 4, almost 5 hours.
Well, who's counting?
YouTube. But yeah, I
Yeah,
am
and for
quite
the
excited to play or watch more Hatchet. We love Hatchet.
for those who don't know, Hatch 2 Unrated is on Amazon Prime, which is where I'm watching it. So we'll only have a couple ads to deal with this time.
Yay!
Thanks, Amazon.
Dark Sky Films.
That's made up.
All words are made up, dickhead.
Oh. Are you ready for Hatchet 2, the hatcheting?
I am. That's actually the subtitle. I don't know if you knew that. The hell is this? I didn't think about it. I could have started the trailers like while I was off getting a drink.
More unskippable trailers on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of peak.
Yeah. For those who don't know, because you probably can't tell what this thing is behind me if you missed our last Friday the 13th commentary. This is just my little Jason display. It's awesome. Fortunately, it doesn't show up well on camera, but it's
Yeah,
just a little
that's
cool
so
little thing
cool.
from a disc.
Yeah, or a
So,
bookshelf.
what's this trailer you're watching?
It
Why
looks like
is
a
Pete?
zombie comedy.
Oh,
I've never.
like we don't have enough of those.
No. No, The Walking Dead did kind of kill like their traditional zombie genre for a while.
We just have a lot of it now.
Yeah. Maybe this
Yeah,
isn't a
I
zombie
wish
movie. What the hell is this?
I can't answer that.
I want them to just give me the title. Like, you sold me on the movie.
I want to know what to Google.
This looks like The Last Lovecraft. Is that the movie title? It's got that. It looks like it's got that comedian guy. I can't think of his name. Yeah, The Last Lovecraft. I've never heard of this.
Weird.
The Last Lovecraft Relic of Cthulhu is a 2009 horror comedy film directed by Henry Sane about the last living relative of H.P. Lovecraft. It's got Kyle Davis in it.
Interesting.
Who you might. Oh. So Kyle Davis is in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for 2 episodes, but more importantly, he's the redneck that Jason gets his mask from in Friday the 13th, 2009.
Oh, that guy. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, like nobody else has a Wikipedia.
Stay tuned in a few years for our 20th anniversary commentary.
The old guy from Hatchet 1 plays a character in this movie too, in that movie too.
Oh my god. It's all connected.
And apparently, the end of that movie is they leave for the Antarctic and arrive at the Mountains of Madness. Huh. Alright, let me see if it'll let me skip ahead a little bit. Why do we feel the need to put, like...
I mean, if we didn't, then you wouldn't know about...
That's true.
Well,
and it's funny
Cthulhu,
because this is, like, a small underground movie, so all the trailers are for, like, cheap-looking underground movies. Is this Black Christmas? No, this can't be.
Two hours later.
Oh! I've already seen this. I think this is a trailer for that Ty West movie. House of the Devil, I think.
Yeah, I like that movie.
No, that movie's great.
With Tom Noonan.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
No, because that's the first thing I'd seen him in since RoboCop 2, and I was like that Leo meme, like, hey!
Hey.
Yeah, that was what
great.
This is. For whatever reason, the way this is shot and like the lead girl in that, I was like, is this a trailer for like a restoration of Black Christmas or something? Oh, hey, it'll let me chapter skip on this one. A celebrated chef. I really don't care, movie. Like, come on. The included interviews and commentaries for entertainment purposes only. No fucking shit.
Apparently, I think there was like a steelbook set that has all 4 Hatchet movies that's out of print.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I told you, or maybe I didn't tell you, I think I told Cap. Scream Factory did a steelbook release of all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin and the movie. And I didn't know about the movie release. So I finally got the steelbooks of Mighty Morphin 1 through 3 because they sold those separately. But apparently they only sold the steelbook for the movie in a deluxe edition, like set of the whole thing that is no longer in print.
Oh.
And I can't get the Mighty Morphin movie steelbook, and I'm upset about it. Have I shown you those?
Yeah, I believe you have.
They look so nice. All right. I'm finally at the menu.
Yay.
I would just like to turn subtitles on. All right. So Robert, you just watched this recently, and you had subtitle problems. Is the Amazon the service that you had the subtitle problems on?
I don't feel like it's a regular occurrence, but it's happened with this movie specifically, and they haven't fixed it.
All right. Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. If you're watching after the fact, this is our commentary on Hatchet II. If you're watching the pre-recorded video and you hear an ad break, do not pause your movie. I will be pausing the recording or cutting those sections out. Just keep watching as normal, and it should all sync up. Robert, are you ready?
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play. But I sent you those steelbooks that I was telling you about. The one with the White Ranger is the movie one, and that's not my favorite suit, but I really like how that looks on a steelbook, and I'll never get it. Because those are probably, like, stupid expensive now. Hatchet Film Series Steelbook. Hatchet, the complete collection. Ooh! Robert, it is not out of print. Oh! I can't afford this right now, but look at this.
Meanwhile, back in the ending of Hatchet 1.
Remember, you know, that is one thing I have to give these movies credit for. They binge incredibly well.
Yes. Also, a new wrinkle in the lore is that Victor Crowley screamed at her so hard that she turned into a different person.
I know, it's crazy. The only thing I don't like about this steelbook set, though, Robert, is it looks like it's one case for all 4 movies.
Yeah. That's what I expect.
Plus an exclusive bonus disc. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having that.
And you got to double dip because you already have the first 2.
Yeah. Oh, this is the same company that put out that Texas Chainsaw 50th anniversary. Which, if I ever get money, I might pick up because that's down to like dirt cheap now for what that is. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I believe so.
With the chainsaw replica. It was 300 full retail. Now it's down to 100.
That's tempting. And John Carl Beekler's back. He gets more screen time in this one.
Yeah. He's not a terrible actor for this kind of movie.
No, he fits pretty organically. You know, he's kind of the crazy Ralph here, but just watching the movies, like without context, I wouldn't have called that, oh, this is like a horror cameo guy.
Yeah.
Like he just fits in pretty naturally.
Already, I know, I don't hate the actress in the first movie, but already I feel like this is a step up acting wise for this character.
It's Danielle Harris. She's great.
And we have to do that traditional sequel thing where there's a big secret you didn't know from the first one.
I mean, she's good in the movie, but it is funny that like she has to do this accent because that's what the first actress did. So it's like, well, I guess we'll try to keep continuity.
Well, to be fair, it would make sense. It makes sense she has this accent. Oh, I didn't start the timer over. Fuck!
Oh no! Do I want to just restart?
No, it's fine. Just what's your timestamp?
My timestamp is currently 3:35.
That's fine. It's all good.
Okay, you got it going.
Yeah.
So it should be close enough. I always love these characters of like, just don't come here, just stay the fuck out of here. Why are you still here? Take your own advice and leave, sir.
Listen, this man drinks his own urine. He's not exactly the brightest bulb in the bunch. He is right though, like she could have saved the next like 3 movies if she just left.
Yep.
I also Daniel Harris has got to be like much older than that other actress. Because that other
You would think
actress
so.
looked like she was in her 20s, maybe in her 30s. Daniel Harris is clearly already in her 40s or late 30s at this point, playing like a 20-year-old. So it's really weird. The subtitles on this Blu-ray are bright yellow, and it's really funny.
Okay, so far on Amazon Prime, the subtitles are synced up. I'll let you know if that ever changes.
Tyler says that he hates when streaming services have the sequels and movies, but not the first one. Correct.
Yep.
What
That's
I
what
hate
Tetsu
too,
goes. Right, bullshit.
I'm having this with Naruto. Hulu has the shows Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Netflix has the movies, which I
Oh.
mean aren't canon, but like if I wanted to do a complete watch through of the whole show and its movies, I'd need two separate services.
Yeah, well, and then what is it? Child's Play? Like, was the first one Orion and the rest Universal? Is that what
I think
happened?
so.
Because there's a weird discrepancy with those, where back in the day, most box sets would like just be the sequels and wouldn't include the first one. It was really annoying.
Well, and then so I have the movies on 4K, but I also bought a digital bundle without paying attention to it, and that comes with the sequels and not the first one.
Yep. I do enjoy how unapologetically sleazy these are, and like so the cameras from the sleazy porn filmmaker guy in the first one, and now like retroactively we've made him even more of a monster when you see some of these tapes. This is what we call dark humor.
Oh God, I forgot about this.
And credit where credit's due, this movie still has a line it won't cross. But it's like, oh, I thought he was just like, just kind of a sleazy porn filmmaker the first one. Oh, well, like we've retroactively made him so much worse in death. And then I appreciate the cameos here. We get them back.
Yeah.
I enjoy the riveting dialogue with these characters.
I'm sure it's the dialogue you're here for.
Mm-hmm. I also love uh, John Carl Beekler's character. It's like he's looking at the early recordings. He's like, "Oh, but Skissa," but he doesn't just shut the camera off. He's like, "No, let me fast forward to the other stuff."
I do love that this guy takes the time when he sees that one recording. He's like, "That ain't right, man," and then just fast forwards past it.
but, but no, he doesn't just shut the camera off. No, he just fast forwards and like, oh, let's see what else is on here.
I love the idea that he apparently had this like kind of unspoken truce with Victor Crowley. Took in Mary Beth for 5 seconds, and now truce is over.
I have questions. Oh,
This is a rough effect. You can clearly tell that's an apparatus.
that is not enough fake blood to sell this effect. It's very
Yeah.
cartoony.
No, this feels like a reshoot.
Possibly. There are some kills in this movie that try really hard to top the big ones in the first movie, and I don't think it ever quite does, but like there are some good ones.
That is nonsense, and I kind of love it though.
That just made me think of Ash with the dead bodies in season 2
So
and the boy.
this is a thing I'm kind of a nerd about. So the first movie used Marilyn Manson's "This Is the New Shit." This is Ministry. I don't know if these fit, but he is very particular in keeping it in that same new metal genre, which I appreciate. Also, you just don't see a lot of Ministry in films, so. But I like this band. I
That's
love this
just
song.
that's just a funny quote out of context. You just don't see a lot of mystery in films.
Yeah.
Oh
Tom
my god,
Holland.
Tom Holland's in this movie before he was Spider-Man.
I didn't know Tom Holland was in this. Not that Tom Holland, the other one, but
Yeah, is he her uncle? Let me check that. Yeah, I think he plays Mary Beth's uncle.
and this song is One More Fix. It's not my favorite song by Ministry, but it's quite good. And I don't remember if we keep that going in 3 or 4. But he's going for a very energetic vibe with these credits, and that is one thing Ministry is very good at. Draven, that was like an itchy and scratchy death. Yeah, no, it's peak. What is it with these movies and the sudden cut to throw up?
Ew. Yeah, I don't need that.
I'll send you the song afterwards. That might be up your alley. I don't know.
You never know.
They have, and I don't know what any of the lyrics are because that's not what I listen to Ministry for. But they have another song called "Jesus Built My Hot Rod" that is hysterical, just because that's the title.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it. And also, like, I don't care. I didn't watch it, but with with the Super Bowl halftime show this year with Bad Bunny, a lot of the pushback on that was like, well, why would I watch a show with a singer like who I don't understand, where I don't know what they're saying? I'm like, okay, to be fair, do you realize how many musicians and artists have made a living here with songs that I can't understand? Like,
No, my thing has always been, and it has nothing to do with politics or anything. Lyrics are the least important part of music. If you want lyrics, go listen to poetry. But that whole halftime thing did give us the other halftime show, which might be the greatest thing of all time.
uh, I just want to kiss my fish. I could see that guy existing in these movies.
Yeah,
Like I could see him going up
that
against Victor Crowley.
that guy probably didn't fast forward through that.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
we don't know the man. We're just making a joke. Uh,
I love that
yeah,
Tony Todd gets to play a complete just like scumbag in this movie. Really?
I don't know. Hear him out. You said it, not me. He's got some points.
I also love that he doesn't
But
even try with the accent.
no, yeah, because immediately I'm like, for these two alone, for Danielle Harris and Tony Todd, yeah, I think I prefer this over the first one.
Yeah.
I could watch these two and anything.
Challenge accepted because they're in another movie together.
Oh, drawing a blank. Is it something I know?
It is a remake of something you know.
I don't know.
That they are in that animated Night of the Living Dead CGI movie.
Oh, okay. Ooh, oof.
You said
I
it.
don't
You'll
know if I
watch
want to
anything
watch
with
that.
them. In it.
Okay, to be fair, those are voices. It's different.
No, they get him back to play Ben again.
That's cool.
I guess it's weird. Like,
Yes.
no, that movie's also like impossible to find. This is the part of these movies that doesn't binge well when you get the same story, backstory every movie, slightly tweaked or expanded.
It's okay, because we're gonna learn a whole bunch of stuff here we didn't know the first time.
No,
Like how his
this
wife
backstory is insane.
and yeah,
He looks 20 years older than either of them.
Oh, I got an ad.
Oh,
Amazon didn't wait long this time. And apparently, we mentioned Adam Green's film Frozen earlier, no relation to the Disney movie. That actually came out the same year this did, and there's an Easter egg in this movie that references. So that movie is more substantially in the Victor Crowley Hatchet universe.
oh, sorry, you said it's Frozen?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll see if I catch it when it comes out. But there's like a
Uh,
direct reference to that movie in here.
Draymond says he saw the new Silent Night, Deadly Night, and was pleasantly surprised. I kind of
Oh.
hated that movie. I thought it completely missed the point of the original, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. We'll do that. That'll be our next year Christmas triple feature.
Yay. And I like the 2012 Silent Night a lot. I didn't get around to rewatching that this Christmas, so definitely got to do that this year.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right.
It's got Malcolm McDowell in it.
That has the benefit of just not even trying to remake the original. I watched Return to Silent Hill and then I wanted to die.
Oh.
That movie completely misses the point of the game. You remember how the first one is
That's a
like,
shame.
well, he really just cares about the visuals. He doesn't really care about the story. Silent Hill, Return to Silent Hill takes that to a whole new level.
Oh.
I've been watching Sphere Hunters retrospective videos on the first three. I would love to play those on the channel at some point. I do prefer Resident Evil. Like I just enjoy zombies and monsters more than psychological horror. But those original Silent Hill games were doing some really cool, just like thematic stuff with guilt and trauma, and they were ahead of their time.
Okay. What timestamp are you at? My ad is
Uh,
over.
Teddy, hang on. I see your chat, but I'll get to you in a second. I am at 16:08.
Okay. I am ready whenever you are.
16:08. In 3, two, one, play. I've never seen the Hatchet films, but only because I hate hatchets. Their axes don't want to feel fancy. He's not entirely wrong.
So I
I
think it's
just
debatable.
Kate Hodder's looks so goofy when he's crying. Like,
Especially in this context. Like, okay, the cheating on your sick wife part is already kind of fucked up. I feel like it's doing it in the next room that makes it worse.
psychological horror is easier to fuck up than just straight up monster horror. Correct. Though Silent Hill's a weird franchise too, because like one and three are connected, and I never realized that part of why that happens is because two didn't do well in Japan.
Oh,
Um,
weird.
like that
That's like the
did
fan
better.
favorite one now.
That did better here than Japan. So they kind of went back to the first game for three, and then after that, it's just like throwing shit at the wall. Games don't take place in Silent Hill anymore. Apparently, Silent Hill 4 just takes place in a apartment building.
So
So
remember, Victor Kai was just like a deformed kid, like Jason in the first one, and now there's like this curse put on him by his
I
mom.
I do kind well, it wouldn't be his mom. What?
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
I do appreciate that we're skipping the part where he's just a normal killer and just, he's supernatural. We don't have to get there first. Teddy, it's always Japan. God. Shouldn't you go to a hospital?
No. I do love how fucked this part of the backstory is. She just dies in shock.
That is so like 13-year-old try hard too.
No, and Kane Hodder said like he was excited to in these movies to also get to play the killer's father and getting to act and play a part that's not just covered in makeup, and I respect it. I'm happy for him, unlike you.
I mean, I'm happy that he got this, but no, my favorite is because he had a slew of these like just where he's just acting as a person, not just a guy in makeup. And is it Ed Gein? I think that he plays in a movie.
Yes, I guess it's a TV movie, but yeah, that's not who you cast as Ed Gein. And I don't know if it's a slasher movie or what. There's one called See No Evil, I think. No relation to the
That's
other See No Evil.
oh, I was gonna say because I've seen the one with Kane.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, not Kane Hodder, just Kane. No
Yeah.
relation.
No, that has Kane the wrestler. However, there is a connection to this movie because Danielle Harris is in See No Evil 2.
Oh, she only does sequels.
Apparently.
She's like, I will not be in the first one.
No, I do want to show you the first movie at some point because I think it's quite good. But I'll never forget, I went to see that in theaters. That was at the height of my wrestling fandom. Uh, when I was younger. And me and my buddy get bet on who would live. And he went with who he thought was hot. And I went with who I was logical based on all the other slasher movies that I'd seen. And I'll never forget there's a kill where a character's hiding from the killer and her cell phone goes off. And this is 2006, so it's one of those brick flip phones. And he shoves it down her throat. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We're just speed running some
And
kills here.
Yeah, and I think one of the kills here is a Aaron Ashmore cameo.
Oh, if it is, I'm. Oh, yep, there he is.
Thought he wouldn't notice, but we did.
I don't think I've ever noticed that until just now.
Which is funny because he's here because he was in Frozen, but as a different character, presumably.
You know, shit, I forgot what I was saying.
Or maybe it was Sean Ashmore. I can never remember which one is which.
I can't either. The thing is really distracting in Smallville when they're both in it, and they never reference the fact that Jimmy
Yeah,
Olsen looks exactly like the kid that stole Clark's powers in high school.
I think there's some clone shenanigans going on we just never explain. Because not only do you have two supposedly unrelated characters who don't look alike, but then you have the younger brother of Jimmy who grows up into the same person.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
we do state that cloning exists in the Smallville universe.
exactly. That'll be in season 11. So yeah, that was Sean Ashmore, who was Iceman in the X-Men movies. So yeah, same year as this, he's the lead in Frozen, and he's credited as Fisherman #1 here.
Is it him or Aaron that's in Animorphs?
That is a good question. Let me check that.
Draven, I remember watching Raw around the time that was coming out, and every time someone brought up May 19th, which was the release date of the movie, Kane would freak out. Yes. So Kane's whole character was and kind of why he was perfect for that movie is he was kind of like a slasher villain if he was a wrestler. Like he was the one everyone was scared of. And they would have every time somebody would bring up the release date of this movie, his character would just freak out. I vividly remember this. Mostly because I didn't realize that was the tie-in, so I was like, why do we keep doing this?
Okay, so Sean Ashmore was in Animorphs.
Okay.
Um,
that is a property I keep waiting for them to bring back.
Give it to Adam Green. No, they should bring back Animorphs and do like a fucked up body horror spin on it.
Yes. I do think in terms of writing and lore, this is a pretty natural sequel. I just want to bring my family's bodies home and bury them.
To which I say, don't do that. You already survived. Just stay out. Danielle.
I agree.
Yeah, I bet. Like I gotta be full transparent. If any of my friends or family are like horrifically killed by a slasher killer, yeah, I'm not going back for their remains. Fuck that.
He was Undertaker's demon brother. He was. There's a kind of a meme, but it's true. That one of the first heartbreaking moments a wrestling fan experiences is realizing that Undertaker and Kane aren't actually brothers.
Oh.
And Kane is now a mayor in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's really funny finding out one of my favorite wrestlers, because he was like a monster horror villain-esque character. His real name is Glenn. We got Jareth in the chat. Hello, Jareth. How's it going?
Yay. I do love that Tony Todd and Danielle Harris can just act the shit out of this nonsense.
Yeah.
They take it seriously and they commit, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything in so long.
It's been a while. I still think it's shitty that she didn't at least get a cameo in the new Halloween movies as just a different character. Like you should have thrown her in there somewhere.
Say what you will, but it was really cool of Zombie to bring her back as Annie.
Yeah, like that was good casting.
I didn't love that we killed her off in the second movie, but oh yeah, she was in that movie Stream that I want to see at some point. Because that's
Okay, I
got
still need to see
Jeffrey
that.
Combs, Dee Wallace, Felissa Rose, Tim
Wow.
Curry, Tony Todd.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, that's
No,
a
that movie.
stacked
This movie
cast.
has like a all-star horror cast. Yeah. So Draven, it's funnier than that. So he says my favorite is Shawn Michaels, whose real name is Sean Hickenbottom. Shawn Michaels' real name is Michael Sean Hickenbottom. He just switched his first and middle name and made that his ring name.
Hell yeah.
I also love the idea that Tony Todd apparently just had a second assistant hiding upstairs this whole time. Jareth says that it's going pretty good. He won tickets to a horror convention. He's getting ready for it now. Nice. Is anybody cool going to be there?
And I am noticing that the subtitles are starting to get out of sync. 'Cause I'm like,
No.
wait, these words aren't matching their lips. Yeah, because okay, so at this point, like words are coming up on the screen well before the person says them.
Uh, Draven says the only thing I'll say about streaming is don't expect too much from all the cameos. That's disappointing.
Okay, so that tracks. They got
Yeah.
it. I'm not surprised that they be very brief.
I always forget Danielle Harris is Debbie Thornberry in the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, I love that show when I was a kid.
I did not for whatever reason. And then I got really irritated because they did that Rugrats and Wild Thornberries movie. I was like, but I don't like
Yep.
the Wild Thornberries. I just care about the Rugrats.
That's I think the first thing I know Tim Curry from. That's probably the first thing I hear his voice in.
Mine's dumb. It's a 90s Power Rangers ripoff called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. They got him to be the main villain in that. I say ripoff, but that was one of Saban's like 600 attempts to recreate the success of Rangers. It's like, well, Japan has all these other shows. We'll just take footage from those too.
And here's Tom Holland.
Oh, okay. I wish he would make another movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to his career, if he's in like movie jail or.
Well, he's Spider-Man now.
Jareth. He's Spider-Man in the adaptation of Spider-Man Reign.
Oh God.
That way you can trick the masses into thinking it's still Tom Holland, just older. Jareth, I'm not sure who the headliner is, but there's a lot of celebrities there. Lots of Scream. I almost read that as lots of Cenobites, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they need work.
I still can't believe Mojo Jojo is Ghostface. What?
Yeah. The voice of Ghostface in the Scream movies is Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, okay. I've never watched any of that. That unfortunately came on just when I was young enough to go, oh, that's dumb and for girls. And then
Oh.
by the time I think I was like, maybe I'd watch that, I feel like I'm too old to get into it now. I love Tom Holland as a writer and director. This Tom Holland,
Mhm.
he is not an actor.
Debatably. Yeah, he has a couple of rough line readings where you're like, "Whoa." I don't know why we gave him such a hefty part, but all right.
No, the best cameo in this entire franchise is Sid Haig in 3.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, he plays a racist old redneck. It's incredible. I feel like we just let this guy improv everything that he's doing.
He he's really bad at doing other accents, but again, I respect the commitment to the bit.
Apparently he's also been in stuff.
Yeah, I've seen him in something else.
Apparently he's on General Hospital, or was on General Hospital. If that's your jam.
The more you know.
Uh,
This he's an asshole.
I wonder if these are cameos and I just don't know the people.
I don't know.
Oh, crazy. I don't know if you're a Mortal Kombat guy, but the Asian guy played Takeda Takahashi in the last Mortal Kombat game. I don't know who that is, but somebody does.
Cool.
Austin probably knows who that is. In fact, why don't I ask him?
Oh god. I'm reading subtitles and then it takes like 10 seconds for somebody to say what the subtitles said. It's bad.
Oh, apparently he
They're so
played
out
him
of
in
sync.
Mortal Kombat X as well. Interesting. But I wanted to pull up Hatchet 2 to see if there's...
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
This scene is insane, and I hope wasn't in the script.
This it was not.
Tony's freaking out.
The cameras just got to set and Tony thought it was just doing this.
He's holding these people hostage.
Oh, so I found the bit you were talking about. Emma Bell appears in an uncredited cameo role as Parker O'Neill, reprising her role from Frozen, which was released 7 months before this, in a scene serving as an epilogue to the events of the 2010 film. I don't know what that scene is, but I love the idea that you survived that and then decided to go to a swamp to get brutally murdered.
I think it's like a news report. I think it's on a TV. I don't think she's actually here. But I don't know if we've seen that yet or not. I don't know if we missed it.
Okay. Jareth, how is Resident Evil 9? I couldn't put it down. I almost didn't put it down.
It's a problem.
No, I got it pretty much
You
all
don't say
figured
the
out.
R word, Jared.
Draven, I think the guy in the hat with the black facial hair was in your next, the one sitting next to the blonde.
Oh. I still need to see her next.
I was right. Okay. So I'm still looking through all of them, but the older guy, the big guy, that is Randall Mielhoff, who was Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw 3. The only one of those I haven't seen, but
Yeah. And I believe in the trailer for that movie, Kane Hodder plays Leatherface.
I think so. No, because I think Kane has, if you go by the loosest possible definition, has gotten to be Freddy because he's the glove in Fred the Final Friday. Leatherface in
Yeah.
the and Leatherface in that trailer, and Jason. The only one he hasn't gotten to be
And
is
the
Michael.
game.
Oh, in the game, yeah. The only one he hasn't gotten to be yet is Michael. Just let him do it. He's completely wrong for that role, but let him do it. Yes, Jared or Draven, you are correct. So that guy with the beard, the dark facial hair that the woman was talking to, he he has kind of a crazy run. In 2009, he's in House of the Devil, and then he's in this, and then he's in Your Next. And those are all. Your Next is fantastic. I don't know if you've seen that, but I think that's
I need to
Adam.
see it.
That's I think Adam Wingard's best movie. However, he was also in Creepshow 3, so, you know.
Oh, well, they can't all be winners. It's how Holland doesn't even fit this group. Like, it looks like he's just wandered in front of the camera and doesn't know the camera's on him.
I just love the image of the cast going, you have to get out of the shot, Tom. We're trying to make a movie here, Tom.
No.
No, my career's been dead. Uh. Oh, okay. So the mom that puts the curse on, or the woman that puts the curse on Victor and all them. She was also has a cameo appearance in Mission Impossible 3 as that very memorable role of party goer.
Oh my god. I remember her.
Oh, so this will be more to you because you're a Metal Gear guy. She voiced Venus in
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops and Metal Gear Acid 2, whatever the hell that is.
The guy eating cookies does not belong here. What does he think he's doing?
Oh. Teddy, by the way, I watched the leaked Scary Movie 6 trailer, and man, it feels like that specific type of like 2000s comedy, for better or for worse. I haven't watched the actual trailer, but I've seen like screenshots and context clues. Yeah, like it looks like spoilers for the leaked trailer, but they're doing a parody of Wednesday, and they're just calling her Tuesday because funny.
But John, it's the day before Wednesday.
And then the Wayans have the nerve to call 3 the bad one.
Okay, John, to show how out of sync the subtitles are on this, I'm gonna read like the next thing somebody says and just wait for you to hear it. Let's see. So how come we don't put them boys up there?
Oh, I just got to that.
Ah, fucker.
Teddy, it's so dumb, and I just like the art. The clown is in it, and he went for art. I'm like, is that really a win?
That would only it would be amazing if they actually got David Howard Thornton for that though.
Yes.
Then that would be cool.
I did see one part because they're satirizing Megan. I saw that part and I was like, oh god.
But what? It's like too late. Like we've already had a Megan sequel that bombed. Like it's over. We're so past Megan fever.
No, that's the problem with their brand of parody, because they're not satirizing anything. They're just making fun of things you've seen. So it has to be things that you don't care about anymore. Because that's the problem with 5 is they're making fun of movies that haven't come out yet. So it's just this trailer shot, but stupid.
Yeah, that's immediately dated.
Like, they make fun of the Evil Dead remake. You know that really disturbing scene where she licks the box cutter? They do that, but the tongue turns into a hot dog. Isn't that funny?
No.
That just, like, look of disgust on your face. Like, I have to watch that one of these days. That is the only movie I've ever seen break Austin in under 5 minutes. We just start the movie and out of nowhere he goes, "How much longer is this movie?" I'm like, we just started, and it's like something snapped in him.
I'm not looking for a date. I can tell you that much.
Your subtitles are like synced up with my movie. Teddy, I think it's gonna be awful, but there's something about them doing this now after this type of comedy isn't even a thing anymore. I'm like, you know what? Go for it. I'm gonna be honest. I think maybe this is a hot take. That kind of comedy should have stayed dead in the mid 2000s.
Especially when we just got that Naked Gun movie last year, which wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but it was quality.
Funny. Yeah.
Like that's what the standard should be.
Jared, Hayden Panettiere and Corey from Inns are the 2 people I'm gonna try to meet tomorrow.
Cool. Oh shit, that's awesome.
Tell him that Evil dies tonight. Draven, damn, he didn't even get to the pool party scene. Oh no, we finished the movie, but he was asking how much longer 5 minutes in. No, that movie is weird too because it's satirizing. The main movie that it picks to satirize is Paranormal Activity, which is just like that's barely a movie. You're just watching people sleep for 90 minutes.
Okay, but if it was just Leslie Nielsen doing that, that would be peak.
Yes.
I'd watch that.
No, that's why Scary Movie 3 is the best one, because it has Leslie Nielsen. And he pees through his finger. Teddy, I agree in my head, but my heart disagrees. I like 2 more than Austin and Noah, but that's mostly because Tim Curry's in it.
Sure.
It's also insane that movie's a satire of The Haunting. I don't know if you knew about that.
We did, and we talked about it. They're like, what? That came out, what, like 3 years later or something? Like, why The Haunting?
I don't know. But no, it's The Haunting, but Tim Curry plays Liam Neeson's character, and David Cross in a wheelchair as his sidekick. So that guy that we establish is in Your Next. Tell me if you agree with this. He kind of looks like CJ from the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yes.
I miss CJ. He shouldn't have died. We cannot call it scary movie does franchise does satirizing. It just points and goes, "Oh, look at this, we doing it, but we do it silly." Yeah. Satirizing is the wrong word. Sorry, they're parody films, is what they call them. I'm so glad that those are mostly dead.
Mostly.
My cousin was obsessed with Meet the Spartans when that movie came out.
Oh.
Why were all of those parody movies obsessed with like Carmen Electra? And is it just because they could afford her?
Probably.
We always gotta have that one character in the slasher movie that won't shut the fuck up.
I'm sure I'll be fine. And we have a Chad, like that's never a good sign.
Do you remember Aliens?
Oh. Tom, can you stop holding on to Danielle's shoulders? It's making her uncomfortable.
Those pretty much killed parody movies until that new Naked Gun movie. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I forget what their names are, but that duo that
Breaker
did
against Seltzer.
Yeah, dear God. Did those movies make enough money to justify how many of those they cranked out?
Yeah, I mean they were super cheap and they make all their money opening weekend. And then they tank after that, but like they were profitable.
Yeah. Remember when Allison Hannigan was in one of those?
Oh. And look, I don't want to call general audiences idiots. They're just not always smart.
They're people of the frontier, you know, morons.
Well, what I really love about this film is, you know, it's a portrait of America.
Yeah.
It really captures the essence of the American experience.
Is this the movie? I think it's this one that has the insane sex scene kill.
Yep.
That might be one of the greatest kills of all time. But no, and then what sucks is those frauds have made at least a few of those that would classify as horror or horror parody. Like the scary movies, Stan Helsing. We're going to have to watch those and cover them at some point. Where
are Tucker and Dale when you need them?
This is like the Temu version of Tucker and Dale. Okay, this guy is a little insufferable. Draven superhero movie. No, we don't have to do superhero movie. That's Austin and Cap that have to worry about that. We've been trying to watch all those like on our own. And we did watch superhero movie. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've only seen parts of it.
It is like a shot for shot remake of the first Raimi movie, but with dumb jokes. It's rough, except Leslie Nielsen as Uncle Ben is the greatest thing.
Okay. No, that's like the one joke I remember from the trailers is the bit with the nail gun. That's funny. Also, the fact that Tony Todd's character is named Reverend Zombie, come on. It's peak.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and I do think this part of the movie dips a bit, but like once Victor Crowley shows up again, we stay at 11.
Yeah. No, this is weird where feels like the setup for the first movie of a franchise.
Yeah.
We're in the sequel. You don't need to build up to your killer. We know he's there. Just
Yeah.
come on.
Well, the first third of this movie, it's Daniel Harris and Tony Todd really carrying it, and then in this middle portion, we're not holding on them enough.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Time.
That like flashback, or where it's just like a montage of him killing people. That feels like from the Friday movies where they'd be like, you know, you're going too long without a kill. Just shoot like a death scene so these random people would just show up to be killed by Jason. That's what that whole montage was. Oh, there he is. There's our boy.
He's got the hatchet from Hatchet.
Oh. If you ever get a chance and you're interested, that the actual Hatchet book I mentioned at the start of the stream, it is quite good. It does get absurd because that book did really well, so they made like a bunch of sequels. And at one point he's like, you know, I don't know if I want to live in society. I kind of just want to go back to my island. Which, honestly, relatable, but, you know.
When I was younger...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead and read the comment.
There's the joke about the X-Men and Pamela Anderson as Invisible Woman. Yes, I think so. I can't say. Because that movie is like Spider-Man almost 1-to-1, and then occasionally they'll dive off and do another superhero property parody.
I know that there's the Superman Returns bit.
Yes,
that's in there.
Which, because I think those came out at in the same year, so that is just them seeing that trailer and just taking a shot from the trailer.
Yep.
It's also like a College Humor skit. They shoot him in the eye and it bounces off and hits them instead. That wasn't funny when YouTube did it, let alone a multi-million-dollar movie. But anyway, what were you going to say?
When I was younger, my best friend, my family and his family would go camping together every year for a while. And one year we had this hatchet and we were just throwing it at a tree. And we got really good at it, but we ended up bending the fuck out of that hatchet. We turned that thing into a right angle. It was fucked when we were done with it.
Don't do that. Are you telling me that all the shit Victor Crowley does with a hatchet would break it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do love these scenes where Tony Todd's like, hey, your brother might be alive. I don't know.
No, he's arguably the human villain of this movie. And that's awesome.
No.
Oh.
I don't know if we did anything wrong. That's just me.
You would say that.
But we can agree to disagree on this. I think he's a productive member of society.
One thing I appreciate about these movies is they'll always have at least one character that just is using common sense, and it never feels like, oh, we're referencing the jokes about horror movies, and it's like, nah, this is just the smart guy.
Well, it's like they always say, if you're with your buddy and you're being chased by a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear. You just have to outrun your buddy.
It's true.
Oh God,
And I feel like this is a kill I've seen a lot, but this version is, oof.
it's a good one. Again, that when the lady gets her head ripped off in that first, that is just such a perfectly edited and executed kill. I just don't think we ever quite top it. It's just
No.
too good. But these are still great.
And then mirrors will rip that off.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember that.
that's sure. Yeah, I've heard of mirrors, but I've never actually seen it. But I know the bit you're talking about.
No, because they sold it on that movie hard. I don't even remember the plot of that movie. I remember that scene because it's fucked. But that's Kiefer Sutherland. All I remember about that movie is so the wife is like looking in the mirror, and then she turns and leaves, and the reflection stays in the mirror, and then it does the jaw thing, and her mouth in the real world starts to open until it rips off apart, and it's horrifying. But that's the only thing I remember about that movie.
I appreciate the romantic dialogue in this movie. I like that we can stop and have like a real human connection with
Yeah.
three-dimensional characters.
Draven, I remember a friend I had in 2008 the whole summer. He didn't want to see Iron Man. He didn't want to see Dark Knight. He didn't want to see Tropic Thunder, but he wanted to see Disaster Movie. Oh,
That sounds like a bad friend.
those are the people you go, bye bye.
Is this the right time for this?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes. That is the one kill in this movie that I think might rival anything in the first one because it's so stupid.
Oh my God, they moved the bodies. And it's like, no, it's okay. We probably just couldn't afford Robert Englund again. Or he was busy. Because I don't think they ever actually show their bodies again. I think they're just gone. This mission was for nothing.
I always love when people are like, maybe you were just scared or hallucinating. So she hallucinated her family's corpses.
As you do. Oh my God, this is getting bad. So I'm watching like Tony Todd and Daniel Harris and everyone, and I'm just reading dialogue from the sex scene. This is bad.
Hang on, this is going to be bad.
You like that better than Jesus? That's a weird line. You like that better than baby Jesus?
No, this whole exchange of just you like this better than random things. It's like, what?
No, like this monologue isn't as good as the one in Friday '09, but I mean, what
Few things
is?
are.
I do always love the "Tell me you love me," and the guy's like, eh. I just read Hatchet swoosh. It's like that hasn't happened yet. Movie. They're
Technically,
just
that has
having
happened a
sex.
couple of times in this movie.
Oh my god. Can we reenact this on MythBusters? I don't know how plausible this is. I love that like this is because we just talked about Friday 5 and how they weren't allowed to go there. This movie says we're going there.
Yep.
That is so mean.
This is a comedy bit that shouldn't work, but it does. That's what you get for boning in the swamp.
Yep. I agree. No notes.
No, because like you think about it, that'd be gross. Like there's bugs and dirt and
Yeah.
Tony Todd was a big motherfucker too. Like I never really thought about it until like this movie. I saw this movie the first time. Like he towers over everyone else in his room. Except maybe that bald
He's
guy.
double the size of Danielle Harris.
Yeah. Well, that's because she's like 3 feet tall.
That's correct. Is the lighting here realistic? No. But can I see what's going on? Yes.
This
I'll
also
take
we
it.
didn't talk about this. This looks 100 times better than the first movie.
Yeah, it is a step up. Well, you could tell this time that we got to go to an actual swamp. So, I mean, that's part of it.
uh, Eddie is still stuck on parody movies. The thing with that genre of 2000 parody movies is just how basic the jokes were most of the time. They weren't pretending to be clever. Correct. That's why they're bad.
This scene with the chainsaw is so over the top, and I love it.
In this movie, no. This is a very dark. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a very dark and serious slasher movie.
Well, there's a lot of restraint, yeah.
Yeah.
What did we watch recently where somebody accidentally shoots himself in the head, and we were like, "Oh, it's the Halloween Kills scene," but it's something else that did it first.
What was it?
So I'm drawing a blank now.
Yeah. Was
I
it?
could see that happening in
It
one of
wasn't
these movies.
Valentine, was it?
I don't think so.
Or was it Silent Hill?
No, I don't think it was that either. Oh, there he is. There's the chainsaw.
Yeah. Where Again, where did he get
is that
this?
legal?
No, that. Oh
that chain
God.
that chainsaw is only that big to justify this double kill. Oh, was it Tucker and Dale? Did somebody shoot
Yes,
themselves?
somebody
And
shoots
then, okay,
themselves
okay, okay.
because they're like, you got to turn the safety off, and he like turns around to turn it off, and now you hide. I've never had a problem with his acting until this viewing, but I can't take anything he says seriously. Why? I'm really glad that he gets a cameo in this because I always felt like he was a more underrated '80s director and writer for the genre. But like, just give him a cameo. Like, do you think they hired him for this like major role and then they got to his line delivers and they're like, oh, oh no.
we may we may have gone too far in a few places. I will say the twist with this character is genuinely well written.
Yeah. No. So we've done a lot of comparing just because I think this and Terrifier fit into a similar niche. Adam Green is better at mythology and lore. He's not great at it because he keeps retconning shit. But I don't have to go into a Wikipedia and read what the fuck I'm supposed to infer from a movie. Well, really, what the the first three Hatchet movies are, is just really is Mary Beth's no good weekend at the swamp.
Yeah. Most of which was her own damn fault. She should
No,
have learned after the first day.
don't say that. Why say that?
Now we got to a point where, like, I'm watching these two people still talking, but the subtitles are just done.
They just gave up.
It's so bad.
No, this is a great twist. And then one thing I do kind of like with how the mythology works is we have to keep coming up with a new way to kill him. Is that is very '80s slasher where it's like this time he's gone for good. Just kidding. Teddy, yeah, but hatchets are awful tools that want to be axes so bad.
Oh.
Counterpoint, most axes just are sharp on one side and then have like a flat side. Hatchets are sharp on both sides, which means they are superior.
I think that can differ in both cases.
No.
I just read Victor Crowley roars, and I'm just waiting for him to show up.
Well, the subtitles are trying again.
Somebody's yelling, Uncle Bob, Uncle Bob. That's not the scene I'm watching.
Draven, doesn't he get completely obliterated in part 3? No. He gets his face caved in. Also, so fun fact, if you just type in Hatchet 2 into Discord GIF function, The first GIF is Candyman. So I mean, at least it's an actor from this movie.
There he is.
There he is. Have you read the Hatchet comics? Asks Jareth. There's comics? I didn't know
Yes.
this.
I believe yeah, I guess the first one was just an adaptation of the first movie, and then they just kept making more, doing other shit. But I don't know. I don't know if those are available. I don't know if they're good. But yeah, I just found out today that those exist.
I'll have to read those. I want to read that Texas Chainsaw book by Abnett and Lanning because I need to know what that looks like.
Ooh.
Oh, did you not know about that?
Not really.
I don't know anything about the plot, but there is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre comic book written by Abnett and Lanning that ties in with the remake continuity.
Interesting.
For whatever reason, that's the one that Platinum Dunes went all out for.
Oh my god. You know, Victor Crowley, he really likes this as a weapon.
Yes. Oh, that's your brain on drugs, by the way.
It's oh, it's fine. The subtitles spoiled that scene for me like 5 minutes ago.
Have you read the Jason versus Leatherface comic? No. I
I
should.
wish I could. I'd love to read those.
The only thing that puts me off on that is I don't like the art or like the designs for Jason and Leatherface. Mostly Jason. Like, what the fuck is that? I always thought the way the Hatchet franchise works is each new film he gets another Hatchet. So in the first movie he gets one Hatchet, in 2 he gets 2, and 3 he gets 3. No.
That is wrong. That is a wrong thing you said.
You sit there and you're wrong and wrongness and be wrong.
You know who isn't wrong? Tony Todd.
Oh.
He's proactive. He's trying. He's doing what he can to end the curse of Victor Crowley. You know, he's a patriot. He's a hero.
This guy was winning until that piece of wood broke.
Yeah.
I feel like Tony Todd wouldn't have this much trouble with Danielle Harris.
This is a pretty epic battle. This kill's pretty great.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh. The eyes blinking on the top half of the head is kind of freaky, too.
I love it.
Teddy, I'm wrong and I'm proud. As long as you admit it.
Tom Holland accepts his fate.
You know, he's old. He's lived a long life.
Yeah, he's doing him a favor.
So, I get the idea behind the insult, but just hatchet face is such a dumb insult. No, I think you're right. This might be the best one. 3 is quite good though.
I need to watch it again. I mean, when another week rolls around where Hayden isn't available and we need to fill a slot, we'll probably do 3 and 4 back to back sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reading. You killed all those innocent people. No, no, no. Victor Crowley murdered those people. I just happened to survive. These subtitles are so fucked. That wasn't my real uncle. Bob was my daddy's best friend.
No, and we'll get there, but what they do to Tony Todd in this movie is fucking good. It's so insane, but so good. Oh, yeah, I'm at that scene now where she's accusing him of being a murderer.
It's so far behind.
You know, there are days where I'm like, I should go through Tony Todd's like filmography because like I love him as an actor, and then you look at his filmography and it's like, no.
Oh, shit.
He looks pissed.
No, this kill gets a lot of points for originality.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you have this thought. I just had it now. They shoot that the way they shoot the Jason X stare down with the space guy.
Yes. No, this fight's great. And it's so over the top. Like, this movie's in a universe where you can cut somebody in half and they're still just chugging along. It's so stupid.
No, and it's just like, oh, he's cut out. Well, now his spine is gonna get ripped out.
He basically turns him I can't even describe it. He rips him out of his skin. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I always knew I'd go out this way.
And he's still alive.
He just throws him in the bushes.
And this is where Harris really excels, just this like
Yes.
physicality
So
to
feral.
it. Yeah.
Even though she's 2 feet tall, she really sells this.
And she just keeps going and going.
It's the Friday 4 ending with Tommy killing Jason.
That she's also
Keep
an actress where I'm
away.
like, you know, maybe I should watch like all the movies that she's in, and then you look at her filmography, it's like, oh no.
Okay, so I this is another one that just kind of stops, but I like it. It's
I think that is a much better just
that's
like
a good abrupt.
cut.
It's over. Go home.
Wait, 5 years for the next one.
That was Hatchet II. Good movie.
These are underrated motion pictures.
Yeah, good slashes. Make the next movie, Adam Green. We need it.
Wrap it
Just
up.
make one more. And also, I mean, like that stream movie I need to watch. Maybe she just has a cameo in that. I don't know, but it's like you said, I haven't seen her in anything recently. Like she deserves bigger franchises. Like I want to see her in more stuff. And at the very least, just make Hatchet 5. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, Robert, that was our Hatchet double feature. If you're watching after the fact, please consider hitting that like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you are watching live, we are going to wrap it up here. We'll be back Sunday with more Resident Evil 6. I won't be playing any more Requiem on the channel for a while. We'll do our own playthrough eventually, but we want to finish 6. And then I think we might take a break from Resident Evil again for a while, because we've done, 5, 6, and 7 back to back. Might not be the best thing for the channel, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun to take a break. There's other games that we can play. That A Quiet Place game came to PS Plus a while back, and I haven't played that. I also haven't played that Alone in the Dark reboot from a few years ago, so we'll figure something out. But and then we'll come back and we'll do 8 and maybe 9. But yeah, this is my official recommendation to buy Resident Evil Requiem if you haven't. I love what I've played so far. Robert, next Friday will be our Buffy Season 2 discussion, I believe, which means I need to watch the first 13. And our review for In the Mouth of Madness. Are you excited to finally knock that off the list?
Yay. I figure we'll start with that one because it'll be shorter, and then Buffy we can go on as long as we want.
Well, that, and if Austin wants to come in, it'd probably be easier to do that first. So stay tuned for that. Robert, have you started Buffy Season 2 at all? Or
I have not.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So stay tuned. I'll get to it.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll be back Sunday. And as always, Robert, it's been a pleasure. This was fun. Is it worth buying a new console for? Not if that's the only game that you're buying a console for. I don't think it's a system seller, but it is a great game. I like the song that they picked for the credits. But have a good night, and we'll see you guys Sunday.